congratulate the family with money and gifts, much like the first birthday parties of Korean children. The parents prepared lamb meat boiled overnight and pilaf, rice cooked in oil. Villagers share and feast on these uniquely Uzbek party dishes to wish the child a healthy and prosperous life. The festivities suddenly become very solemn once the Bakshi arrives. This is how special his presence is in the Muslim community.
Sizden bir hizmet var. Endi biz hizmet kılan bilan olib hizmet için. Toy bo'laversin, biz hizmet qilaveraylik, qo'shiq aytaveraylik, el xalq shod bo'lsin. Siz ko'p qarni chalavering.
The Bakshi songs are not for mere entertainment. They are songs that bless a family, wishing them happiness and prosperity. This is why everyone becomes serious when the Bakshi sings. The circumcision begins with the Bakshi's prayer song. The child knows what is going on and is already fear-stricken upon seeing the man who will perform the circumcision. This has given rise to the tradition of covering the face with a piece of bread while the circumcision is taking place. This action helps distract the child and is also an expression of a wish for the child to never go hungry. The moment their grandson is reborn as a true Muslim, the elders feel blessed to have lived to see this day.
Kelajakda o'g'lim o'qimishli, vatanga, elga xizmat qiladigan yaxshi yigit bo'lishini xohlayman.
The Bakshi sings again to wish a bright future for the child who has just been circumcised. The family feels indebted to the Bakshi for making this day even happier. Abdulazar walks back home with his heart and footsteps full of joy. Bakshis originated from the Turkish nomads of Central Asia. They acted as sorcerers in shamanistic rites and promoted unity in the tribe. After shamanism disappeared, Bakshis became minstrels who sing of the common people's lives, sharing their joys and their sorrows to this day.
Qadimda baxshilar bu ilgaridan bor. Endi baxshichilik san'ati bir 3000 yillardan beri bor deyshadi, lekin bu bizim bu vaqada baxshilarning xususiyatlari, ustunliklari shundan iboratki, bular ko'proq doston aytadi. Dostonchi. Birinchidan juda ko'plab dostonlar aytadi. Keyin bular o'zlari shu biror narsani ko'rib yo qarab, shunga bag'ishlab o'zidan to'qib aytaveradi.
Bakshis have delivered their experiences and thoughts about the world as they saw it in the form of songs that were handed down for thousands of years. Those songs built on top of one another over the years to create the region's history and its epics. This is the song that a Bakshi cannot finish even after 1 month of singing. The incredibly long Great Epic has over 300,000 verses. The epic tells of the countless battles that took place in the vast plains of Central Asia and the heroes born during those wars. There are heart-wrenching love stories in which the lovers overcome all hardships. Some tell of the happiness of family life. The great epic written by the Bakshis is a marvel comparable to Homer's Iliad and Odyssey, or the Arabian 1001 Nights. Bakshis sing the epic with their instrument, the dombra.
Şunday çeçenler yavutken sorxanımı Avayta versem gabım keler izmez Babam mera sazındı ya bağrımla basılan Yaxşı günler kılsına müşənəsimi Domburadan alması vara sulxanma Domburadan alması vara sulxanma
The Bakshis are like the scribes of regional history. This is why the Bakshi songs are different depending on the region. This is Shamarad, a Bakshi of the Kashkadaria region. He has turned 80 years old this year, but he still travels to every corner of his home region of Kashkadaria in search of themes for his songs. Every bit of grass and the sound of every animal in his home region are precious to him.
Kademi peygamberlerden keli yaptı.
The Kashkadaria region is a vast prairie. Nomadic tribes still raise herds of lamb in these pastures with abundant green grasses. But these plains are also the scenes where their ancestors made history on their horses.
Bunu pürgenlerdekiler havası Mervaretten Aksaray'dın binası Kervan girse Mekke'den Bir iki mihman bulup buna
Emperor Timur, born in Shahrisabz in Kashkadaria, is the greatest hero in Uzbek history. Timur founded the Timurid Empire in the 14th century. After creating this magnificent palace in his hometown, he wrote this ambitious statement on the wall: "Those who wish to see my glory, look upon what I have built." Unfortunately, only a small portion of his palace has been preserved. But some of Timur's descendants never left and still live here. In the village of Chirukchi, Kashkadaria, the finest horses in the area have gathered around. Each jockey is holding a large iron hook in his hand. The number of women and children in the crowds watching this tournament demonstrate how interesting this game is. Shortly, a 50-kilo dead lamb appears. The stadium suddenly fills with tense excitement.
우리 국민 이거 스포츠 있어? 한국 있어 스포츠 뭐 그런 거 있어? 똑같은 거. Uğranan kummen sportu, kummen.
Böyle bağımlılığı kimler katlaşabilir?
This horse tournament is called Kukari. The goal of the game is to get a hold of the 50-kilo lamb first and ride 100 meters without losing the lamb to an opponent. The strong men fight vigorously to grab a hold of the lamb or to take it from another player. The tournament demonstrates the history of the nomads who had to fight endlessly to conquer the vast plains. The game begins at 10 in the morning and goes on until the sun sets, bringing out a new lamb every time a winner emerges. But it is not an easy task to get past hundreds of opponents to ride 100 meters with the lamb in hand. Only the bravest and the physically strong, with excellent horsemanship, can be the winner of this tournament. This is why the crowd bursts into a fervent cheer when someone is declared a winner. The winner receives the equivalent of $10 as prize money. But what is most important to them is the honor of being recognized as the descendant of Timur. Timur is the greatest hero to the men of Kashkadaria.
Yağmur Timur babamız, ay binlerdine sarası, onu kurgenlerdekiler havası, dünyanın tamaşakı bu oladı, şol oladı Uzbeklerden babası. Amr Timur'ga kelaydi havasiyayi.
Whereas the strong men of Kashkadaria grew up in the plains, the women sustained the community at the Mahala. The Mahala, despite its 1,000-year-old tradition, is no bigger than a typical Korean village. But it is unique in that all the villagers share events big and small of each household. The community as a whole is like one big family. A new member has entered the Mahala today. 18-year-old Shanuza is getting married today. All the women in the Mahala gather to greet the new family member. Their songs teach the newlywed bride of the rules and etiquette of her in-laws and the community.
Salam salam yar yar gelin salam yar yar kabul kılın ya hoşnu canlar ya salam yar yar.
In the Mahala, women get married around 18 years of age and the men at 20. The wedding typically lasts for days to treat everyone in the community. In the newlywed's home, the neighbors first show a mirror to the bride and the groom. Next, the bride and groom share a bowl of honey and yogurt.
Baxt saodatli kelin-kuyovlar bo'ling. Mana qaymoqdan yalang, bir-biringizga.
The honey symbolizes a sweet life and the yogurt a happy marriage. This can be likened to our nuptial drink.
Qaynonalarini xizmat yashay bo'lsin.
Oyna ko'rsatganimiz mana kelin-kuyovimiz bir-birlarini kelin-kuyov bo'yoqlari, yuzlarining tabassumlarini ko'rishi, yuzini yorug'ligi degan ma'nosiga oynalarni ko'rsatamiz. Doimo dillari shod bo'lib, yo'llari oynada oydin ravona bo'lsin deb.
A strong sense of responsibility is required from the couple wed within a community.
Kelinni olib, mana Xudoga shukr. Shuni nima deyman, birinchi navbatda ishni so'rab qaynonangizdan so'rab qiling deyman. Bo'lmasa so'rang, u yo'qmas so'rashcham.
At the news of the arrival of the new bride, the neighbors start streaming in. The new bride must wear her ceremonial robes for the next 40 days and be ready to greet a neighbor whenever someone visits the house. This is a promise that she will not live just as some man's wife, but also as a member of the Mahalla community. Shanuza will live with their parents-in-law like the other women of the Mahalla. Her parents-in-law do not have a daughter. The bride promises her mother-in-law that she will be like a real daughter. Nevertheless, the couple's freedom is something they must sacrifice. Dardana, a 16-year-old girl living in the Mahalla, is learning about dyes. People of Central Asia began growing cotton before Christ, and the art of handicrafts began early. In particular, the handicraft of shari sabs was so famous that Timur used to give them as gifts to foreigners. The blue thread, the color of Timur, was once only permitted for use in shari sabs. What Dardana is learning with the dyed threads is kashta, a traditional method of embroidery. Once they graduate from middle school, most women in the Mahalla are destined to stay at home helping their parents while learning the kashta before they get married. Once she learns this embroidery, she will be able to work even after she gets married and has children. Dardana has high hopes.
Buni aslida oldinlari o'g'li tikishganda, mana onasi, qizi, buvisi tikkanda, shu yerda tikishgan. Yoki qo'shnilar o'tgan yordamga. Bo'ldi. Boshqa narsa yo'q.
Mana shu yerga kelganimdan juda xursandman. Mana shuni men o'zimizda milliy kashtachilik, bosma bigiz an'analarni o'rganayotganimdan juda xursandman. Va ustozlarimga rahmat aytaman.
Each embroidery piece is sewn in with dreams and passions of teenage girls living in the Mahalla. Their way of life has not changed for 1,000 years.
Asla kasal bo'lmaydi uni yegan naharda. Xaridorlar kep qoling, gilamimdan op qoling. Sotib oling yaronlar, bozorlikqa to'ldiring.
The lives of the women of Kashkadaria are melded into the lyrics of this ensemble, singing their labor song.
bizda ansamblimiz mana qadim zamondan qolib bo'lib kelayotgan sunnat to'ylar, payg'ambar to'ylar, kelin to'ylar, Navro'z, sumalak, shunaqa udumlarimizni xalqimizni ichidan olib elimizga sahnalarda ko'rsatib kelyapmiz, qo'shiq bilan. Bu qo'shiqlarni hammasini, urf-odatlarini xalqimizda ichidan terib olganmiz. Shuning uchun ham chiroqchida shu udumlarni xalqimizga yetkazib berib kelyapmiz.
There may be changes to the lives of the women in Kashkadaria. But as long as this ensemble exists, the women's lives and the joys and sorrows they experienced will never be forgotten. Interestingly, the Bakshi is in charge of the beginning and the end of the performance. This symbolizes the significance of the Bakshi, who shared all of the joys and sorrows of the people in the vast plains of Kashkadaria. On the other hand, the Bakshis of Surkandaria, a region based on agricultural culture, mostly sing epics and have a strictly controlled format. Another region with Bakshis is the Karakalpak Autonomous Republic. The songs of the Bakshi in this region are more ritualistic.